What happens when free pretzels, fake investigations, office drama, and Michael Scott's complete lack of self-control all happen in one place? You get some of the funniest moments in television history. Today, we're diving into one of the most chaotic and hilarious collections of scenes from The Office. From Pretzel Day madness to Dwight's insane detective work, Michael's ridiculous birthday behavior, and some truly unforgettable office disasters, this episode delivers nonstop comedy. And honestly, this is exactly why The Office became one of the greatest sitcoms ever made. Let's start with Pretzel Day. Now, for most people, free pretzels in the office lobby would just be a nice little bonus. You'd grab one, maybe smile, and then go back to work. But this is Michael Scott we're talking about. For Michael, Pretzel Day is not just a snack. It is an event, a life-changing experience, a sacred holiday. The moment Michael hears about complimentary pretzels, his entire brain shuts down. Nothing else matters. Not paperwork, not productivity, not leadership responsibilities, just pretzels. And what makes this so funny is how seriously he takes it. He talks about patience and determination like he's preparing for battle. He acts as if standing in line for a soft pretzel is somehow the ultimate test of character. And then comes the best part, when he hears about all the toppings: chocolate, caramel, marshmallows, nuts, sprinkles, powdered sugar, basically every topping imaginable. And Michael does the most Michael Scott thing possible. He orders all of them, every single one. The way he says the works feels like he's ordering the greatest masterpiece ever created. And honestly, when that overloaded pretzel finally arrives, Michael looks happier than he does during most major life events. That's comedy genius, because only Michael Scott could turn free office snacks into the emotional climax of his year. But here's what makes it even funnier. While obsessing over pretzels, Michael is also giving speeches about productivity. He's telling everyone to stay focused and efficient. Meanwhile, he has spent the entire day thinking about cinnamon sugar and marshmallow drizzle. That contradiction is exactly why Michael is hilarious. He truly believes he's an incredible leader, even while doing the exact opposite of what a leader should do. And then we have Dwight Schrute. Dwight is what happens when you combine a security guard, a private investigator, and complete paranoia into one human being. When Oscar calls in sick, Dwight instantly becomes suspicious. He doesn't think, Oscar must not feel well. No, Dwight treats it like a criminal investigation. He starts asking questions. He analyzes Oscar's voice. He studies the sound of his sniffling like he's solving an international mystery. He even starts listing signs of lying as if he's training FBI agents. And the funniest part is how serious he is. To Dwight, this is not office gossip. This is justice. This is truth. This is his personal mission. Then he actually goes to Oscar's house to investigate, because of course he does. And when he catches Oscar lying, he doesn't immediately report him. Instead, he stores the information for future blackmail. That is the most Dwight thing ever. He's always thinking 5 steps ahead, even when nobody asked him to think at all. And then there's Michael's never-ending hatred for Toby. This is one of the greatest running jokes in sitcom history. Michael hates Toby with every part of his soul. And the funniest part is that Toby has done basically nothing. He just exists. That alone is enough to ruin Michael's day. So naturally, Michael decides to frame Toby. He actually plants fake evidence to make it look like Toby is involved with drugs. Think about how insane that is. This grown man, who is somehow the boss, thinks this ridiculous plan will work. And when the police show up, Michael acts like some criminal mastermind, until everything immediately falls apart. Because of course it does. Michael Scott is many things. A genius is not one of them. Watching his terrible plan collapse is comedy perfection. Then we get Pam's unexpected revenge mode. Usually Pam is calm and easygoing. She's the normal person in this circus. But when someone vandalizes her mural, something changes. She becomes furious. And seeing Pam snap is honestly one of the funniest surprises in the series. She suddenly becomes intense and determined. Even Jim is caught off guard. It's hilarious because we rarely see this side of her. But it also makes her character feel real. Everyone has a breaking point, even Pam. And finally, Michael's birthday. Michael treats his birthday like it should be recognized as a national holiday. He expects celebration, attention, excitement, constant praise. And if anything goes wrong, even slightly, it becomes a complete emotional disaster. A late surprise, devastating. A small inconvenience, heartbreaking. A minor delay, basically tragedy. And Steve Carell plays this perfectly. That's why Michael Scott works so well. He is selfish, immature, ridiculous, and somehow still lovable. You laugh at him constantly, but you also kind of care about him. That balance is what makes his character legendary. And honestly, that's why The Office still works today. The situations are absurd, but the reactions feel weirdly real. We all know people like these characters. The overly dramatic boss, the weirdly intense coworker, the quiet person who suddenly snaps. The awkward office moments nobody knows how to handle. The show takes those everyday experiences and turns them into comedy gold. That's why these episodes remain unforgettable. Even years later, they're still hilarious. They're awkward, chaotic, ridiculous, and somehow completely relatable. And that's the magic of The Office. It finds comedy in ordinary workplace life and turns it into something timeless. If there's one lesson this episode teaches us, it's this: never underestimate free food, and never ever trust Michael Scott with responsibility. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this review, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know your favorite Office moment in the comments below. See you in the next one.